So awesome. Seth said he gets advice from Doc. Probably not during this series, though. And Doc needs some advice himself, because one of his biggest problems containing Luka Doncic. He's just torching the Clippers offensively. Sank that game-winning shot, of course, to even the series at 2 apiece. So, Chauncey, we'll leave Seth out of it. We'll leave the family connection out of it. What kind of defensive adjustments do you expect to see tonight from Doc and his team on Luka?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, it's tough to trap him because they have so many three-point shooters around, but I think we at least need to see it, you know. I mean, this Dallas team is #1 offensive team in the league for a reason. People just thought the Clippers were going to sweep through them. Like, no, this is a tough team. They're tough to defend, and when you guys get confidence, I mean, they got a lot of three-point shooting. The three-point shot is so prevalent in today's game that it makes all games never blowout. It's always close. So Luka's tough to defend. I'm pretty sure they'll switch up some things. But here's what I do know, and Matt knows this as well. You can never give a great player a steady diet of anything. They'll figure you out. They'll figure you out. So you have to change up coverages, whether you trap some, whether you show some, whether you drop some. You put different defenders on them. You know, you maybe get physical, a little more physical. I just know in the first game, it was chippy. Yeah. You know, Porzingis gets thrown out. Luka's mad. But, you know, some players can't play mad. He's always smiling out there. You might have to get under his skin a little bit. So we'll see. But this is, this Dallas team deserves some credit.
Clippers need to pray. They need to pray. I don't know if they're going to be able to stop Luka straight up. And like Sean said, giving them different looks. They're smart enough to know they have to screen Kawhi off Luka every time, and then he's switching off to Reggie Jackson, and that's just a mismatch. I would like to see Paul George be more involved in the pick and roll, so maybe he can switch to Luka. But this kid has out-exceeded all expectations.
Oh, man.
If he stays healthy, he's going to be one of the all-time greats. I still don't know if they have enough, but I love what Luka's doing. The Clippers have a team full of dogs, but Luka's the only one barking right now. He's looking at their bench every time he hits a shot, looking at Doc. I love what Luka's doing, but I think, like Chauncey said, get physical, get into his body, make him fight, make it a war. But it's great basketball.
Yeah, you know how else was different that first game? They had Pat Beverly. Pat Beverly missing the past couple of games. Obviously, a bunch of that ingredient. All right, we're going to talk about Paul George's struggles after this break, so stick around for that. But first, as we prep for tonight's Game 5 between the Nuggets and Jazz, here's a look back at the brilliance of Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray in this series. It's been such a fun battle.
Another one.
Another one. Shot clock down to 4. Mitchell has Millsap on him. He'll pull a 3, and he hits a 3. Good screen there. Murray for 3. Yes! Murray with 50.
Jamal had 50, man. Like, we got to give him credit, but we got one more game.
That's where you see the greats step out.
Mitchell's got 50.
Yeah, what, 57?
Jamal Murray.
Two young guards doing their thing.
Murray fires again, and he hits a 3. Mitchell and Murray. Oh, what a monster game.
The action during Rockets Thunder, and Russ and Steven Adams exchanged some words. You know, they were so close in Oklahoma City. Chauncey, are you surprised to see this?
No, man. Listen, it's a basketball game. It's all love. I'm pretty sure they may talk when they see each other in the bubble, but it's a dogfight out here. I'm not always going to be happy with my good friends.
I don't know. Matt?
I mean, you guys know me. I love it. Part of the game.
Right.
The ultimate competitor, and he can't be out there on the court. He's going to try to say something to be a part of it. So I love it. I think it's good for the game, and I can't wait to see Russ get back on the court.
There you go. Miss Freebies. Anthony Simon's out running. LeBron, let's get the highlight here there, baits him into going through the layup and then erases it off the backboard. Matt, does he not know that this is what LeBron does?
Come on, young fella. You got to be better than that. I'm sure he's seen it do it plenty of times. He's probably a fan of him doing it to other people, but he got him, and this is his welcome to the NBA.
Even if he didn't have cable, they played 2K.
Something.
So I know he's seen that somewhere.
He's got to see it. Make Iceman. Tyler Hero takes the Iggy pass, drives in, finishes it with the finger roll / mini hook. Chauncey, you got to love this kid, right?
I do love that kid. I really do, but I'm not going to let y'all call him Iceman. I got to respect the real Iceman, George Gervin. I can't let he got to do a little bit more work for that. I can't let you do that, Rich.
I love Tyler Hero. He plays like he's got 3 or 4 years under his belt, and I think that's attributed to Jimmy Butler and Andre Iguodala giving these young players confidence because they know they're going to need him in the playoffs.
And what you guys said earlier, just organizationally, they pick the guys that fit with that program.
He nice though, for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. See, ice in his vein poster though.
Nice.
Miss Happiness. Check out this Euro step in the half court by Giannis. Then some choice words for Vucevic.
Yeah.
Does he seem a little angrier than normal here, Matt?
He better be, because he's got a hungry Miami team waiting for him the next round. Giannis has been Giannis. Is his supporting cast going to step up? They did last game, but are they going to do that throughout the playoffs?
I can't wait for that series. That's going to be a beautiful, beautiful series right there, man.
This second round looks so good.
Everywhere, both series, both.
I don't know myself, but looks so good. All right, I want to shift our attention to Philadelphia. Sixers fans are still asking, how did it all go wrong this season?
You didn't arrive at this place this season. I'm looking at everything if I'm the Sixers.
What do you think the issue is with this team?
That was a stupid question. There's no issue. There was a lot of stuff going on and just, live and learn.
Sixers have fired head coach Brett Brown and expect more changes ahead in Philly.
It was just a weird season. I have a lot of regrets.
It's been a journey. Earlier today, Sixers GM Elton Brand did speak to reporters for the first time after firing head coach Brett Brown yesterday. Brand says that he will solely be the one leading the coaching search and said that the idea about trading Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid, he's not into it.
I'm not looking to trade Ben or Joel. I'm looking to complement them better. They're 24, 26 years old, respectively. You try to make that fit as long as you can. They want to be here. They want to be with our organization. And I see them here for a long, long time.
Chauncey, is this smart?
I agree with Elton. I really do. And here's why. Those are generational talents. They really are. And those guys just don't come around very often. And, they haven't gotten it done. But here's what I look at. They've only had one guy try it, right? Brett Brown. And from the reports from all the players, the Jimmy Butlers a couple years ago, and some of the guys even now saying, Brett's a great guy, didn't hold everybody accountable. Matt, you've been around a long time, so have I. All the best coaches I played for, I didn't like them every day. But they held you accountable, they challenged you, they demand excellence out of you, and they need a guy like that. But those two dudes are special young players. I think they need more shooting around them. I think they're kind of big and kind of play slow right now, where the league went the other way. You got Al at the 4, Tobias at the 3. I think both of those guys are playing out of position. Al's a 5, Tobias is a 4 in today's game. So they got to find a way, like Elton said, I want to compliment these dudes a little bit better, which means maybe some roster changes are coming.
I put a lot of onus on Elton. I think they've taken a step back as far as what they surrounded him with. I think they are heading in the right direction a few years ago when they put shooting around Ben. You had JJ, you had Ilyasova, you had you had a handful of guys that could play off Ben well, and then Embiid was Embiid. I also questioned leadership, and that has nothing to do with Brett Brown. Chauncey knows he's always been a leader in the locker room. I've been a leader in the locker room. It's not always your best player. So we've been waiting on Embiid to be a leader. It may just not be him. So who is it going to be? Is it going to be Butler? Is it going to be Tobias Harris, their highest paid players, who I think he slips under the radar a lot because he is their highest paid player. And I think that for some reason or not, there's never any pressure or any scrutiny on him. So I'm holding him more accountable. But I definitely think they need to add to the roster because I agree those are two generational talents, very talented young players. And I think, Ben Simmons is starting to come of age. I think he's starting to get the fear of just shooting. You're going to miss. Everyone misses. Steph misses. But you have to be able to shoot it. And I love what Ben does on the defensive end. So I agree with Elton. You keep your two centerpieces, but you have to do a better job of surrounding them with guys that fit them.
Well, look, it's a challenge, right? I mean, they don't fit naturally together. We know that. But we just put a graphic up there. I don't know if the control room can show it again, of sort of 3 years ago. They fit pretty well.
They were great.
Right? They were plus 15 when they were on the court together. Then last season, that was cut in half, about plus 8. This season, you can see how low that number is. And what didn't change was Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid. What didn't change was even Brett Brown. What changed was the pieces around them. They had some bad luck. The Markelle Fultz sort of saga did not go. Look, certainly Danny Ainge saw something. So we can't say they could never have seen it coming, because Boston did. But that being said, you don't expect, none of the people scouting that draft expected what happened with Markelle Fultz to actually happen.
Yeah.
But it did happen. And then, by the way, after working with him, they did get rid of him. And you mentioned Tobias Harris. Markelle Fultz had more made threes in the first round of the playoffs than Tobias Harris did. That is not the number you want. He is their highest paid max player. They decided to give him the 5-year max over Jimmy Butler.
Over Jimmy
And that
Butler.
was a decision as well. And there was some conflict, right, with Jimmy and the coaching staff. And did you really want some uneasiness there when you've already got uneasiness with Joel and Ben? But I think they need to take a very hard look at the decision-making of who they put around these guys. Not just acquiring them, but how they decide who should get which contract, how they decide which pieces to trade away, the trade that they made for Tobias. You got to scratch your head at that a little bit. And it's not Tobias's fault. I think he is a certain kind of player, and they're trying to make him into a 5-year max player. And it just hasn't happened yet. So we will see what goes on with them. Coming up, we are going to update you on Damian Lillard's status for Game 5 tomorrow night. Remember, he left Game 4 with that knee injury. First, though, it's time for another installment of NBA at the Symphony. Take it away, LeBron James.